was the day after Thanksgiving, and my good friend Harmen and I had just set off on another adventure.
Still remember back in the day, first ride in an open sleigh, I was a child.
We were heading to Arizona to hike through the Grand Canyon, but first made a pit stop in Williams, where the town was alive with the Christmas spirit.
Christmas Day, weary thoughts to won't go away, what a night.
After one of the best burritos I had ever had, it was back to the motel for packing and some much needed sleep. Repacking the bag from the red to the green because I brought way too much stuff, and this is probably the longest hike of my life. And of course, Harmen has set his stuff out like an Instagram post. The next morning, we found Brewed Awakenings, an amazing local coffee shop just up the street. After 2 breakfast burritos each, we were finally ready to venture north along the icy roads and into the Grand Canyon National Park. Hello, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Need a map?
Yes, please. Great, thank you so much.
Take care, guys.
Have a good one.
The hidden trail in the back of the old barn, past the ivory hill.
By high noon, we were off, heading down the Tanner Trailhead from Lipan Point. With the limited daylight, time was of the essence, and we set off towards the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Making our descent down the Tanner Trail, down to Cardenas. That's where we plan to camp tonight. And we've gone a mile. First section of the trail is pretty slow going. Lots of rocks, boulders, but we're slowly making our way down. We got a pretty late start as well, but I think we'll make it to camp probably right at dusk, if not just before. So hopefully we're there before complete darkness. Although if we are, it's pretty flat, so should be all good once we get down to the river and down from all this rocky terrain. So that is what we just came down from Lipan Point up there. Started the Tanner Trail, came down, it's pretty steep. And then it kind of mellows out through here. Now we're just kind of meandering along and trekking through this beautiful, beautiful Grand Canyon. Trail is so beautiful. There's gorgeous vegetation everywhere, like succulent type cacti and beautiful juniper trees with the juniper berries on them. and the soil is so rich. I guess it's iron that's in the soil. It's just so beautiful. With the blue sky, it's just amazing. And I mean, we had snow at the top of the rim when we went in, just a slight dusting, so it was, you know, below freezing up there. And down here, feels like it's 40, 45. It's much warmer. Thank goodness for the sun. I know as soon as that sun goes down behind me, it's gonna be a different story. But it's like a different world down here. I don't feel like I'm on top of the rim anymore. Oh, I can see the river. Beautiful. Feels like we're about halfway there, but I have a feeling it's also much further than it appears. That's beautiful. Wow. Over 3 miles in, and unfortunately I'm starting to have a little bit of toe issues. Got like a arthritic toe. It's starting to play up. I think it was that downhill descent at the start of the Tanner Trail. So just got to kind of see how it goes, see how far I get. Might have to bail out on this trip a little bit early, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully not. Harmen's on the hill, getting the shot, of course. And I'm just enjoying these mountains of this canyon. That is just ridiculously beautiful. One of the best things about the Grand Canyon is just how quiet it is, besides that airplane above me. So quiet. Beautiful. We're about halfway to the trail. Been hiking for just over 2.5 hours. So we think we have another 2.5 down to the beach, at least to Tanner Beach. And then we're gonna skirt along for another 2 miles or so over to Cardenas. So that is the plan, and we're trying to do it before it gets too dark. But the sun's going down. It's I think it's just after 3:30. We don't have much light left, so we're really trying to push it right now and make it down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Slowly edging closer. You can hear the river now. I'm probably a good 2-3 miles still away from it, but you can really hear the rapids. And then we just have to walk along the beach. Whew. Should be pretty smooth. So excited. In the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Only took about 3.5 hours. And it is so quiet. completely sandy like a beach. Amazing. Just leaving Tanner Rapids, and we got about 40 minutes left of light. So we're on our way to the Cardenas camp area. I don't know if we'll make it before dark. It's about 2.5 miles from where we're at right now. So kind of where the Tanner Trail joins the Escalante route is where we're at. So got quite a distance to actually make up right now, which we'll see how it goes. But some nice camping down through this area, that's for sure. Got about 1.5 miles to go. It is getting dark. Perfect weather, no wind, clear skies, surprisingly warm. Currently on a water mission. Camped about a mile short, a mile and a half short of Cardenas. We're along the river, but there's no water access, so we're actually hiking along the Escalante towards Cardenas, looking for access to the river. So got 3 bags with me, actually 2 bags, 1 bottle, and the plan is to fill up and then go back and cook. Got a really bright full moon. A few stars up in the sky. It's pretty nice. Not too shabby. We think we found a wash that leads to the river. Fingers crossed. Because we went down one wash and there were a bunch of trees and it's really steep as well. So it kind of cliffed out right before the river. So hopefully this all connects. Because we are out of water. One of the challenges along this route, but this is actually one of the easier routes for water. Oh, I think we're gonna be in luck here. I think we're in luck. I think we're in luck. Yes. Smell all the sage? You smell all the sage? Oh, yes. We've got water. All right. Harmen's got one last refill. I've got 2 liters in bags. 1 in an Nalgene bottle, so I got 3 liters. Should be good for tonight and for breakfast. And for tonight's dinner, some Peak Refuel chicken teriyaki and rice. Haven't had this one before, but I've had this brand. It's really good. So I got the water going and just getting ready. Ready for some delicious dinner out here in the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Good morning from day 2. Just woke up. It is about 6:15, 6:20 Grand Canyon time. Got up early so we can utilize the light. And I'm gonna have a quick bite, some coffee, and then get going. Just heading out of camp. It is 7:33 and gonna start making our way west along the Escalante trail towards Cardenas, towards Papago Wall, and also Papago Slide, 75-mile canyon, and Red Canyon. And a little bit of clouds today, but we'll see how this goes. 7:30, here we go. I also just realized today is my birthday. Birthday in the Grand Canyon, and it was so nice last night. Harmen surprised me with a beer. He hiked all the way down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon with one of my favorite beers. So that was really awesome. And then this morning, a nice blueberry muffin. What's better, you know? What's better than that to start off a birthday, or a day for that matter? Now, I had the beer last night. I didn't have the beer this morning, so in case you're wondering. But just thought that was really cool. And I don't know what to expect out here. It's just view after view. I guess that's what I have to look forward to, which is not a bad thing at all. I think I see Cardenas Beach. Some tents right at the bottom. About a half mile away. The boat's camped out below the rafts at Cardenas Beach. Good spot. Last night we were told to hang our food or to put it into a mesh bag, like a metal mesh bag. Didn't have a metal mesh bag, so we hung our food to keep it off the ground from the mice. I guess there's a really bad mice problem at the beaches. So if you're coming out here, just keep that in mind. But we didn't see any mice, and maybe that's because we weren't at the main campground, which is the Cardenas Beach. So I'm pretty sure that beach is full of mice, given that the rafting companies pull up there and do their overnights. So they probably leave some trash, which of course attracts the mice. Pretty technical piece of trail through here. Came across this ridge, up and over all through this. I'm just navigating my way through this rock field. Some pretty big drop-offs along much of the trail. This is how a lot of the trail is through this section. It's big drop-offs, skinny little trail, and lots of climbing. We were way over on this ridge about an hour ago. Come a long way. still up on this ridge, hiking above the river, way down below. We're probably 15 to 2,000 feet above it. It's kind of crazy how this trail climbs so quickly. And then it goes into canyons, pops out of canyons, and then all of a sudden drops back down to the river, which is where we're gonna be not too long from now. Probably next 2 miles we'll be back at the river, which is kind of crazy because we're continuing to go up. That's where we camped out, way in the distance over there. Trekked through all this, went up all of this, and now it's just down all the way to the river and through the great beyond. So gorgeous through here. Love these cactus. Look at these little things. Beautiful. Gonna go all the way down. Gonna go meander through here, and I think down to the water. Making our way down the watershed in the drainage, and it should lead directly down to the Colorado River, where we'll refill and then hike into the 75-mile canyon, which is a really skinny canyon. And if you look at it on the map, it's almost like you could jump across to the other side and catch the trail, but apparently it's several yards wide, and you have to hike all the way in and around, which is fine. So it's been really, really beautiful hiking through the Grand Canyon so far. I mean, this route, highly recommend this route. Incredible. We're now in the bottom of the watershed and hiking through this little canyon. It's very warm. Even though it's below freezing on top, it's probably 70 degrees down here, at least. Very, very comfortable. Gosh, look at this rock. It's amazing. Made it back to the Colorado River right before the 75-mile canyon. So we're gonna drink up here, get some electrolytes, probably have a snack as well, and then head into the canyon. I don't think we'll need that much water to carry in, probably maybe 1.5 liters just to be on the safe side. We just went a pretty good distance with only 1 liter, so maybe only one. So into the 75-mile canyon, and then we'll be back out at the river. Wow, it's like a beach. Perfect sandy beach. this beautiful lagoon with a nice beach over here. Water's going downstream that way. And got some rafters coming down for some entertainment as they go over these rapids. That was a much needed break. Didn't realize how dehydrated I was. We had been climbing on this mountain all behind me, all up through there and along there, and then down this ravine here. And I guess the 1 liter that I took with me wasn't quite enough. So glad we stopped at this beach. Had a couple liters of water, had a nice coffee as well. Some good snacks. So ready to go back on this trail, and we're gonna go into 75 Mile Canyon. Behind me, up this way. Big drops, beautiful beaches. At the mouth of 75 Mile Canyon. This is it. So it's much wider than anticipated. So we will be hiking around it. Wow. Back into the canyon. It goes all the way back in here and then back along that side. How nice. So I believe the trail goes all along there, all the way to the start of the canyon, and we'll drop into it. So we'll be down below probably in 30 minutes. Coming up to the 75 Mile Canyon entry point. It's becoming less shallow, or more shallow, I should say. And it should make it easy to get inside. Yeah, not as deep. Yeah, there's the bottom there. Not too much further to go. I'll be just up where those trees are. Here we are. Entrance at 75 Mile Creek. Or Canyon. Wow. So it looks like I just kind of scale in down through here. Wow. Or back over here even looks easier. Slowly making my way down. See, I'm right across from the entry point, or one of the entry points. This one actually looked a little bit easier, so might as well. And the rock's not slick at all, so this makes it real nice. Coming into the canyon. Oh, check this out. Oh, in the bottom. Wow. Amazing. All right, now I gotta walk back out the way we came in. This place is amazing. And it's only gonna get deeper and deeper. I'm just at the start of this canyon. And the lighting and just everything is amazing down here. Wow. Little trees. Wow. Never been in a canyon this deep before. And just like that, we were back out at the river. Short Canyon, the most beautiful canyon I've been in. Stunning. Back at the river. Papago Creek right over here, and I think that is the Papago Wall, which we will be climbing momentarily. Harmen's coming down. This looks to be the Papago Wall. Gotta climb up this and over another section that's called the chute, or the tight squeeze. Making our way up the Papago Wall. Beautiful view behind us. And about halfway, we're up the wall. Now we got to go up the chute, which is right here. This little chute. Gotta go down all this. This is the chute. And I can see Red Canyon over there where we're gonna camp. Just came down all of that, and we've got all this loose scree to go down to the water. And of course that's Red Canyon, where we're gonna be camping. So we made it down the Papago slide, and now we are essentially bushwhacking it over to the Red Canyon. I can see it right there. It's probably a half mile, maybe a little over a quarter mile. There's a lot of bushwhacking through here. It's actually a really open spot that I'm in right now. But whew, all through here, bushwhack. is Red Canyon, and that's what I'm going to be going up tomorrow morning. Heading back up to the rim. I think we just found camp for the night. I'm going to go here, Harmen over there, and a beautiful view of Red Canyon. Stunning. And looking west down the river. Harmen's all set up, and I'm all set up. River views for days. Beautiful. I'll show you what's going on in the tent. Need to go grab some water actually. Luckily the river is just right here. But I'm gonna have tonight some 3-bean veggie stew, one of my all-time faves. Absolutely love this, and has a fairly decent amount of calories. Lots of protein. So I'm looking forward to that. My sandals, once I'm around camp, I'll put my sandals on. I still need to go get water. Just some essentials, some food in there, and my setup. I got my power bank, some lights. I have my down sleeping bag plus a down blanket as well, and a pillow on top of my thermarest. So that's my setup. Pretty easy. And I'll cook over here. I've got my backpack and my food bag hanging in the tree because we're supposed to have issues with all of the mice in this section as well. So I figure hang the food. And then of course that's Red Canyon. Got my food cooking on the ground. Harmen's cooking his up. And I'm getting ready for another beautiful night under the stars. That's gonna do it for the end of day 2 on the Escalante route. It's a big day today. It's real tricky on these trails. It seems like the distances are not that far, but they're very technical. So it actually takes quite a bit of time to do the rock scrambling, trail finding, going up and down. So quite an interesting day today. But tomorrow I'm going to be heading out up Red Canyon along the Hans Creek Trail, and that will end this loop. This amazing, beautiful, scenic loop. So I'm going to bed. Good night. Having the same breakfast as yesterday. The peanut butter, banana oat. Really, really good. Actually real peanut butter. And of course, just did a pour over and a nice cup of coffee. Harmen's up, getting ready as well. And there's Red Canyon. It's another gorgeous morning. It's looking west, moon's going down. The sun should be coming up. Got one last fill up before we leave. Harmen's gonna continue on the Tonto Trail, which goes all the way to Phantom Ranch and then back up. That's his plan at least. And then I'm gonna be heading up Red Canyon as I am completing the Escalante route. And I'll see Harmen in a couple days. Last look at the Colorado River before heading up Red Canyon. It is 7:36. Heading up, got about a 5,000 foot climb, and I think this will probably take me about 5 hours. So if I'm there by 12:30, pretty happy with that. I'm not gonna race up it obviously, but go nice and steady, conserve my energy and my water. I have 3 liters with me, which is probably too much, but just to be on the safe side. Red Canyon is very rocky. Just climbed up this. Got these huge boulders. Whew. Wow, I wonder what this trail is gonna be like climbing out. Well, there's no mistaking why it's called Red Canyon. That's for sure. Can't believe it, but there's water. New Hands Creek. Starting to climb out of the canyon now. Just came up this side trail here. I was in the watershed for quite some time. It's amazing how much water's down there. So I just came up this, and now I'm heading up the canyon. This is looking back towards the river. Just working my way up Red Canyon. It's a great way to wake up, I'll say that. That is for sure. It's supposed to be an average of 33% incline, or grade, I should say, all the way up. And I'm definitely in one of those grades right now. But it's great because just take your time, and it's a short trail. It's only 6 miles from the river up to the top up here where the road is. So, 5,000 feet over 6 miles. It's about what, 850 feet per mile on average. So it's really adds up over the miles, but it's nice to climb out quickly, I think. Going pretty much straight up at this point, but look at these views. I just came from way down there. This climbs so quickly. I really don't mind. It's nice to get out of the canyon in a quick manner and to have it really long and switch back. So, wow. Excellent views. I think that notch right there is where I'm going. About halfway, 2.5 in. Almost 3. Let's go. There's the top up there. It just came along all of this, which was a bit sketch. So I didn't film very much, but you can see the trail goes along through there. Whew. A lot of the trail's been washed out too. This rock slide here, completely washed out, so I have to kind of navigate around it. But I only have about 1.5 miles to go, so I'm going. So I'm still on the New Hands Trail, heading out of Red Canyon, and I've lost the trail several times. Very easy to lose the trail. I'm less than 1 mile from the road. So I've gone 5 miles already in a little over 3 hours, about 3.5. So making great time, but so easy to lose the trail because it just goes straight up and it'll hook a sharp left, sharp right. And you can completely miss it and just continue walking. So definitely need a GPS for this, which luckily I have. This last section is kicking my butt. Show you what I'm working with here. Climb from the bottom, obviously, all through here. And it's like straight up. This last section is challenging. Whew. I must be getting to the top because I can see the sun. What a climb. This is pretty technical at the top here. Lots of scrambling with my hands and my feet. Oh my gosh. This trail is no joke. Whew, pretty challenging. Made it to the top. 4 hours, 45 minutes. Such a relief to be at the top. And now all that's left is to hike to the road and hitch back to Lipan Point. I think the road's like 0.2, 0.3 miles. You can hear the cars actually. So I'm right next to it. Hopefully I get picked up, back to the car. Go get some coffee. What a great hike. I headed to the town of Flagstaff, where I visited a brewery, ate the food, and soaked in the Christmas spirit. I even took a stroll through the campus of Northern Arizona University on my way to Target. Before long, it was back to the Grand Canyon to pick up Harmen, who went all the way to Phantom Ranch. What an adventure this was, and I can't wait for the next one.
Still hours left of daylight. Remember everything except the final swing.